The following episode of Dad vs. Daughter was made possible by a contribution from USAopoly.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad.
And Megan the Daughter.
Megan, what are we going to play today?
We are playing Codenames Harry Potter Edition.
Now, we've played Codenames Marvel, we've played Codenames Disney. Now, this borrows from the Duet rule set. So we're actually both going to be giving clues and guessing at the same time. Well, alternating.
Yeah.
But,
Makes it more fun.
well,
I like it.
Well, does this need to be any more fun? Because you love Harry Potter. And if you watch our channel, you know Megan loves Harry Potter. In fact, she's got her Hufflepuff gear on here.
Yep.
So let's just go ahead and play it, and then we'll tell you what we think.
Okay.
If you don't know how to play Codenames, we have a couple of other videos on Codenames. We have Codenames Disney and Codenames Marvel. You can check those out. But just as kind of a quick recap, this actually uses what I've been told uses the Codenames Duet rules, because we are both going to be giving clues and we're both going to be trying to guess those, because we are going to have a double-sided clue card here. So when this is facing me, I am going to try to get Megan to guess the ones in red. The ones in black are the Death Eaters. We do not want to have the Death Eaters show up. But if we guess the ones in red, we're going to put down an Order of the Phoenix card. Now, these are double-sided. So one side shows the Order of the Phoenix, the other side shows a member. So what we do is whenever Megan guesses a clue that I give, we use the Order of the Phoenix side, and whenever I get a clue that Megan gives, we use the member side. So like I said, here is the card, and you can see that it is double-sided. Now this is a card we've already used. So
The cool thing is, though, about this, is that we don't have the same sides.
that is correct. If you look at this,
It's slightly different.
yeah, there is overlap.
There's three.
There's 9 red squares on each side, but there's 3 that overlap.
There are 3 Death Eater, so if you get a Death Eater, game's over.
Yeah, so you don't want to get a Death Eater.
And then
The other way
ones.
the other way that the game can end, besides getting a Death Eater and automatically losing, is you'll notice down here we have these little tokens. These are called the Time Turner tokens. Now, Megan, what do the Time Turner tokens do?
Well, they're like our timer.
They are the game's timer,
Yeah.
because you'll notice there are 10 of these. When we run out of that, game over, man. No more clues.
So we get 5 turns piece.
Pretty much. Now, the way this works, going back to the clue card, so you see the ones in red, like I said, is ones we want to try to get each other to get. We want to avoid the ones in black, but these other ones, these are the Ministry of Magic officials. So when we guess one of those, we are actually going to be placing that on the card. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little arrow there. So we're going to point the arrow. So if, let's just say that I guessed a Minister of Ministry of Magic person, Megan would put it on that card and have the arrow going from her towards me. So I know that on her card, that is a ministry card, so we want to avoid that. So each time we take a turn, we will always end it by taking one of these Time Turner tokens. So if we stop and we are no longer guessing and we have not screwed up our guesses, we'll take that and we'll just put it in front of us. But like Megan was showing you, if we guess a minister or a Ministry of Magic person, then we take a token and we put it on the board as such. So what we're going to be doing is we give clues. We'll give like tree 3. So tree is kind of the clue, and we're going to say that 3 of these cards are related to trees. Now, I just did that off the top of my head.
I was going to say, can I look? Okay, so there's some trees there in the background.
Yeah.
And there's some trees there in the forest, and that's kind of like part of a tree there.
Yeah.
So woohoo, it actually kind of worked.
Yeah. So
what's really bad.
So what's going to happen is when Megan is trying to guess a clue, she will go one at a time, and she will actually touch the card that she thinks is the correct answer. And if it is, then we will place one of these red tokens on there. And if not, then like I said, we'll either put one of the Time Turners with the ministry side up, or we will put the Death Eater and say, good game, we lost. So,
we just got killed.
Yeah.
That's like a Vada Kedavra right there.
So you can see there are a ton of these code cards that we're going to be using.
There's so many possible pictures, and I showed that in our unboxing that I posted on Facebook. So I was very excited to get this game.
Yeah, we've played through every
Every
card, and there are 200 cards.
Yes.
So that it was the equivalent of 8 games.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just a ton of replayability on that.
Oh, easily, yeah.
One of the things we can't do is we are playing with these with the picture side up. On the back is the word.
I'm terrible at word.
So we don't actually play with the word side. There are additional things like you can't say the word when you're playing with the word side or any kind of part of it.
Can't you mix it up too? So you have like half word, half pictures?
You can.
Yeah.
We always like to play with the picture side because we're very familiar with the movies, and some of the clues that go through our brains are always usually around the actual picture.
Yeah.
Like there was
like random quotes or...
Well, there was like a picture of Warwick Davis on one of these, and my clue was Ewok.
Which I said shouldn't be allowed because you shouldn't be able to cross fandoms, but here we are.
So
it worked.
So really, that is the game in a nutshell. So let's get our clue card and play. So this is my side of the clue card, and you can see that it comes with a little plastic holder. So what we're going to do is we're going to place this down here. I know it's off camera, but you don't need to see it. And we are going to be basing our clues off of that card.
Alrighty.
So now we got to look at the board, we got to look at the card and figure out what we want to use. And usually whoever is the first person that's ready to go, we let them take the first turn. Okay, I've got mine.
Sure, go for it, yeah. I'm still trying to think.
So I'm going to say Lantern 2. That is correct.
There's another lantern.
And that is correct.
On the boat.
So obviously I've only given one clue, so Megan knows that her turn is done. She'll take a time turner token. Now, on subsequent turns, if Megan did not guess all of them, as long as she keeps guessing correctly, she can keep guessing. And in this case, she could actually blindly guess if she wanted to, but that's usually not a good thing.
Not until sudden death, if you ever get to that.
Yeah, and we'll talk about sudden death at the end of the game.
Memories 2.
Well, I'll go with that one there. Memories. And I'm going to say memories has to do with the diary.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I'll take a time turner here.
Nice.
Oh. Well, this is one I don't even think I can link to anything. So I'm just going to say money 1. Yeah.
Cool.
And
Sweets.
take your token.
3.
Sweets 3. Sweets 3. Well, I'm going to go with the cake. Sweets. Do they have sweets at the banquet? Sweets 3. Well, that's a tough one. I'm going to say this just because I have no other clue.
Well, you're 2 out of 3. It's not too bad.
What is this card?
That is.
I don't know what it is. It looks like
It's the Weasley's Wizard Wheeze object. To jinx off its spell, like blocking a peril.
Not sure that you're supposed to be giving that much information.
I'm telling you what it says on the card because I know you're not going to be able to read all that tiny font even with your glasses.
No, there's actually
yes,
writing
it's
on
an
there?
advertisement.
Holy cow.
See, that's why I was informing you what was on the card.
Okay, so I got another sweets thing.
Sweets.
Sweets. Don't know no sweets. I'm going to pass on that one because I just don't know.
Alright, that's fair.
Yeah, I want to try to link more, but I just don't know how to do it.
We've got turns.
Yeah, I'm going to go Womp 1.
Womp.
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 A Whompin' Willow.
You gotta guess if you want.
You take a time turn.
Yeah. Okay. cabinet one.
Cabinet one. Well, I gotta go with old Draco up there.
Yep. Got a table.
Yeah, because I can't think of anything that goes with sweets on this. Okay, this is gonna be a really weird clue. Let's see how this works.
Okay.
Mature 2.
Mature. Oh no.
Mature 2.
Oh. Okay. Hey, there we go. Cool. Alright. Patronus one.
Expecto Patronus. I gotta go with where we got the Death Eater, or the Death Eater, the
Dementor.
the Dementor. Sorry, I don't know why I call him Death Eater.
Add clues.
So I guessed that. So I gotta take one of these.
Yes.
Right? Oh man, I think we're hurting.
I'm done.
Well, I know you're done, so that means I gotta get. I'm the only clue giver here. Wheezes 2. Hey.
Well, it's yeah.
That would be correct.
Is that it?
No, I still got one more.
Oh, I got one turn.
Well, I'm gonna go for broke here, and I'm just gonna say Owl 1.
Ow.
Yep.
Cool.
So
Is that?
we will take that, and we have
Defeated.
contacted the 15 members of the Order of the Phoenix.
Alive and dead.
Oh,
It's impressive.
So this is a win for us because we were able to basically get all 15 by the end of the 10 turns.
We knocked out the 3 similar ones, like first 2 turns I noticed.
Well, and we didn't even have any of the minister
Yeah,
things.
we did pretty good.
So let's go ahead and award ourselves the trophy because, at the end of the Harry Potter Hogwarts battle, we were given the trophy to Voldemort. So
Yeah,
let's give ourselves the trophy here. Now, this trophy was not a port key, and there are cards in the game that are the Triwizard Cup.
Yep.
And I did see a boot, though.
There was no boot, no mangy old boot.
So no port key there. And we didn't get to show you putting the minister tokens on, but that's okay. So now let's get to what we think. So if you follow us on Facebook, you saw just a couple of weeks ago that Megan attended C2E2 in Chicago, and she met somebody she has been dying to meet for a long, long time.
Barty Crouch Jr.
She got to meet David Tennant.
I got a hug, and it was so exciting. It was very fun. So it's funny because in the rule book, it's like, oh, if you're guessing, and you touch Barty Crouch Jr. as your guess, and I'm like, I've done that. But I think it's really funny, and as we were reading through, the example of play, Barty Crouch Jr. kept coming up as the example, and it just made me really happy. So whoever wrote the rule book and kept throwing him in, I appreciate that.
Well, that's the ultimate crossover in fandoms for you.
It is.
Doctor Who and Harry Potter.
Well, see, and I've met 4 people in the Harry Potter universe because I've met 3 out of the 4 people in this picture.
Yeah, you just haven't met
I haven't met
Grant.
Rupert, but I have met the twins, and I just met Jenny, Bonnie Wright, last year. So yeah, it was cool. But okay, anyway, I'm just freaking out about that.
So what do you think of this compared to the other Codenames you've played?
I love it.
Because it's Harry Potter?
It's Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. I think it's really cool that we both give clues at the same time.
So you do like that new aspect of the game?
I do, at least new to us. I do like that. It's easier for me than Marvel, because the Marvel is comic and it's not MCU, where this is all, images from the movie, other than, a couple of sketches and stuff, of some creatures and maybe, some of the Weasley's products, but it's all straight from the movies, or it's, promotional artwork. So it makes it easy for us because we've seen the movies a bajillion times, whether just actually sitting down and watching them or catching them during the marathon. So
They have the marathons all the time.
and now they're on like Sci-Fi, so like you just gotta keep changing channels. You'll find Harry Potter on one weekend. But
So you like the gameplay, you like the art.
I like the art. I think it's cool.
You like Barty Crouch Jr. being in there all the time.
Obviously, he's got 2 cards. It's even better. But I think it's cool, like the time turner aspect of it, and I like that the back is the ministry like officials, which I think is kind of cool. And there are 2 more because technically there's 10, but you could do 12 like your first game. That's where they have the green background.
Yeah, and then they each have a person that is from the Ministry of Magic.
Yeah.
Oops.
That first one was the one that Harry turned into when he used the Polyjuice potion. And
That guy, yeah.
I don't know who the other guy is.
Well, it looks like he was a member of that.
He was the court hearing. Yeah.
And then the other people that we got, let's just go ahead and show them off.
We've got Percy. We've got
Percy Weasley.
I've got Percy. You've
I
got
don't even
Umbridge.
know who some of these people are.
That's the new minister. After.
Oh, the one that was played by Davy Jones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who else here we got?
I
Here?
don't even remember.
We got this
his
guy.
name, so
I remember
didn't
that
care.
guy.
Yeah, he came to arrest Dumbledore. He's got style.
Oh, we got Robert Hardy.
Who?
Robert Hardy.
Is that the actor's name?
Yes. He was on All Creatures Great and Small. I used to watch that all the time.
So that had Peter Davison in it.
It did.
Who I've met.
We both met.
Yes.
Peter thought he knew me, which was kind of funny.
A lot of people think they know you.
I know all these celebrities think they know me. I must have a face.
You have to have a face.
Am I have a face of a stalker? I
That
don't
would
know.
be concerning.
That's really weird. But yeah, Peter
yeah.
Davidson played his younger brother in All Creatures Great and Small.
Gotcha.
He played, this guy played Siegfried, which was the older veterinarian. Yeah, and Peter Davison played Tristan. I
knew it started with a T.
Yeah, and then we have Barty Crouch Sr.
Who was also in Doctor Who.
That's
But
true.
he did not play the Doctor's father.
No, he did not.
No, and then I've got Matilda Hopkirk, who was one that like pretty much led the hearing. You've got like another.
He was a jerk.
Yeah, he was like one of the goons that came in
He
later.
was a goon.
Yeah.
He was a vampire, wasn't he?
Yeah, wasn't
Scrimgar?
Scrimger. Yeah, that
Something
name.
like
And that's just another old fart ministry official. He doesn't have a name. There's Dolores. Ugh. And there's Percy, the least favorite Weasley by everybody.
Yeah. So that's
He's just a stuck-up.
That's kind of cool. So
I like that. I like that you've got the members of the order, and I like that we kind of came up with like keeping track of which cards were ours by like flipping them over, just to kind of make it a little easier when we were going through.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. I love it. So much fun.
Yeah, I really enjoy this. I like the new duet style where, like I said, we were both giving clues. Because if you watched our Marvel and Disney ones, we took turns giving clues. So that was a little bit different. And like I said, you can check those videos out. But the replayability on this, like I said, there's 200 of the clue cards.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how many of these are.
The code.
The map. There's 100 of these.
There's 100 key cards and there's 200 code cards.
So you can see just a ton of replayability. Plus, when you shuffle these up,
you're never going to get the same one.
yeah, and you're going to have different configurations. You can change. You can use these in the other versions of Codenames if you want, in order to play duet. Yeah, to play duet with that. So that's really cool. Now, you want to talk about that? This is the mission log.
Yeah. So we haven't used this, and we also don't like keep track of points. Like I know you can with the time turner. We're just happy if we win.
Yeah.
Because we're just like, oh, cool, we won. Like we don't look at that. So we haven't played with like the mission log. We haven't done that, and like the Marvel one came with the mission log too, right? I think.
I don't remember having that.
Maybe?
This
I don't
basically
know.
what this is a way of adding different ways to play the game because, like I said, we have got 10 of the time turners we're using. Some of these actually have you use more, some you have you use less. Some have things for mistakes. There's just different things.
Because like if you play on London, you can give 2 words and a number as part of your clue, and then if you play on Hogwarts, when guessing, you can touch 2 cards simultaneously, but the other player decides which one counts.
Oh, interesting.
That's kind of interesting. And then Hogsmeade is before giving a clue, use an additional time turner token to mark a ministry official, so you can kind of start clearing out some of the board there.
Now, are those all the same?
Yeah, so they're all the same. It's just a pad. so you can like mark.
Ministry of Magic down there at the bottom.
Yeah, so that once all missions are completed in London, Hogwarts, and Hogsmeade, you can begin the mission in the Ministry. And then you've officially defeated Voldemort and the Death Eaters.
So I guess this is kind of a way that you can have like a campaign going through them. I don't know that I'm that interested in playing that.
We might one day, probably, but like...
But I am, I like Codenames. Well, we like Codenames a lot.
Codenames.
And we definitely love the themed versions of Codenames.
Yes.
Like Megan was saying on the back here, we've got the words, but she's not really wild about playing with that.
The words.
And you can mix these up and mix and match, so you could have half words and half pictures if you want.
It's a little bit easier, but I like the fact that, like, with pictures, especially when there's a lot of things in the pictures, you can tie it a little bit easier. Like, sometimes the words, you're kind of stuck, like, oh, I have no idea how to, like, link that. And, I mean, you run into that, too, playing this, but I think the pictures are a lot easier.
Yeah. The game box, the insert is, nothing special there. You just see that. The game does come with several of plastic baggies for you to put the cards in, which is a nice touch to have. But overall, I think the production quality on this is good. I like the fact that they've used the pictures from the movies. The cardboard components are nice and sturdy and thick, and you can the artwork on those is nice just as well. Even on just here, like Megan was pointing out earlier, showing these to show which I'm giving clues this way, Megan's giving clues the other way. So that and the added replayability, just like I said, even with 200 cards and you're using a 5x5 grid, you could, use the same cards, shuffle them up, and give them just a different configuration, and it's going to be a different game.
Yeah.
Let alone using all the other cards and having 100 of these. So,
there's so many ways to play this game.
Tons. So I highly recommend this, especially if you like Codenames. If you are a fan of Harry Potter, I think you're definitely going to want to pick this up. And this is probably going to be very cheap. I don't know what the price point is on this, but I'm pretty sure that the Codenames, well, I don't think it's under 20, but it's probably between 20 and $30. Definitely worth that. I mean, I would go out and add this to my collection, sight unseen, just because it's Codenames and Harry Potter. You put the two together, it's like peanut butter and jelly. It goes well. So, any final thoughts, Megan?
I love it. If you're a Potterhead, definitely run out and get it, because it's
Potterhead.
That's what we're called, Potterheads.
Well, better than shortening it and calling these guys potheads.
That's what some Hufflepuffs are, apparently. But yeah.
Is that because they are Hufflepuff?
That and that they like their head of house is like herbology, so like herbs and plants and
I'm definitely thinking.
And we're by the kitchen, like the common room's by the kitchen, so people just assume Hufflepuffs are stoners.
Oh, because they always got the munchies.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's a question for J.K. Rowling, how she came up with that.
Just probably check her Twitter. It's probably out there somewhere.
Yeah. All right. So that is Codenames Harry Potter. Like I said, we both highly recommend this, and we will catch you guys next time.
Bye.
If you would like to support us, you can visit patreon.com/dadvdaughter.
Like and follow us on Facebook to stay current on our show schedule, sneak peeks at future shows, and to interact with us.